Hi. All right, this is working. All right. Hi, guys. Oh, my goodness. Yeah, so I started the stream and ran the intro, and then my computer locked up. So, as always, live shows can be a little finicky. So I'm actually waiting in court right now to get into this witch hunt, I think is what you call them. I think you call them witch hunts or witch trials or something like that. Persecutions, something like that. I mean, this is starting to seem like guilty court, right? Where if you plead guilty, it's really easy and it doesn't hurt too bad. But if you don't, they bend you over and fuck you in the ass for 14 months. Oh, 14 months would have been a break. It would have been a vacation. It's been 2 years. I'm trying to get the link. I got to open up all my shit again. Okay, so here comes the link, and I can't. I probably could stream the video from the court, but they've been so shitty about everything that people do to hold them accountable that I don't want to. I mean, they're trying to put their finger in my butt for saying shit is fucked up and stuff. This is the shit is fucked up and stuff case. The sign from 2 years ago. So I'm just sitting in here waiting. It's about to start, or it has started. I don't really know. They'll keep us in these little rooms for a while, and then it seems like they like last time they were shifting me into a room all by myself. Also, last time I heard a couple of people just saying some pretty nasty things when I was just sitting here watching. So, oh, good, fantastic. I'm just sitting here watching them. I'm there. I don't know if I'm in one or not, but I'm just sitting here with a bunch of people looking at their ceilings.
To invite me to join a breakout room, should I accept or not?
Oh, I would. Because I didn't. So I really don't know. Nobody's explained anything. No, the court hasn't explained. If you do have any questions, though, their website. This is the city's website right here, and it says clearly, if you have, please log into Zoom at your allotted time. It says so right here, and this is the second one. If you have any questions, you can call this number. Or you can send them an email at court@roysecity.com, whichever is easier for you if you have any questions. I myself, I always have questions because I'm not a very smart man. I'm just a pesky citizen. And, you know, that's always a problem for them. So, yeah, this, I can't really show you anything. I could probably link over this.
Joined me as the wrong person.
It does. I could show you like this, and I could probably even zoom in on that. Royse City, Texas, a friendly touch of Texas. So that's login information. There's a last month they only had one person on the docket. The month before that they had.
Please provide a correct phone number.
So this oh, I gotta share this link so you guys can see that. Here we go. Okay, so this is the court docket. And that opens in a new window. Okay, so last month they only had one person on the docket. Only one person. And then today we have peoples. Lots of peoples. So if we go down the list of things that...
Why won't Zoom let me join as a different user profile?
I'm not sure. It always, every time I try to join Zoom, it asks me what my name is. All right, so let's go down the list of things that people are in court for today. Driving while invalid license, because everybody knows that you can't drive without permission. Failure to maintain financial responsibility. Being poor. Driving while license invalid. Registration expired. Not giving the man. Not getting the sticker from the man. Safety belt. Child under 8 and under 57 inches. So there's like child seats and shit. All right. Well, it's not just necessarily saying that your child wasn't in a car seat. If you don't have it hooked up exactly right, you get this ticket, right? And this was probably put in trying to do a good thing, but what it ends up doing is making these goddamn car seats impossible to install. Right? You got these straps that nobody knows what the hell they do, that go every fucking where, and if it's not hooked up, it's a problem. Even if you're wearing your actual seat belt, but you put the strap behind your head because it's cutting into your throat, that's a ticket, right? Okay. Zoning, operating without certificate of occupancy. Okay.
They lived in their house without a permit.
Living in their house without a permit, I'm guessing. Or trying to make $1 without getting permission from the man, not paying the man his due. Possession of drug paraphernalia. Oh no. Public intoxication. Well, if you lived in Royse City, you should be drunk all the time. Theft. That's all we know. Public intoxication. Driving without a license. Public intoxication, disregard for traffic control device, probably while being publicly intoxicated. So basically,
I just need to check you in for court. You're here for your case, correct?
Oh yes, I'm definitely here for my case.
Okay, all right. Just hang tight. Feel free to mute or turn off your video while you're waiting to speak to the prosecutor. It'll prompt you to move to that breakout room when it's your turn. Okay?
Okay, thank you.
It's not open court.
If I'm being moved into a breakout room, is it still public?
To speak with the prosecutor, it won't be, but to the judge, yes.
Oh, the speaking to the prosecutor is not public?
Correct.
Oh, okay. I guess that's fine. Can I record that then?
You can ask him.
Okay, I'll ask him then. Thank you.
Thank you.
I wouldn't ask.
All right, Mr. Stocks. Are you here for a case, or are you here to observe?
Fire code, no fire permit, because people haven't been playing with fire for a couple hundred years. That's the new thing. Basically, what I'm trying to show you here is that there's not like an abundance of violent crimes happening in Royse City, right? It's fucking seat belts and possession of things that you like that they don't, and having too good of a time while outside. So I really don't know what to do about it besides watch every single one of these court cases and try and educate as many people that this isn't right. And we get smacked down constantly every single day. What are we supposed to do when, after this is obviously bullshit. Right? What are you supposed to do after 2 years and you can't get any resolution? And it seems to me like, if I had to go back to Texas today, I would not be very happy. Yeah, I would have had to drive for 12 hours and spend $1,000 just to get there and have nothing done again. And I expect them to dismiss it, but I also realize that that's not likely. Right, just because it doesn't cost them anything to sit there and fuck with people. And how many times does this play out? Today, it's playing out thousands of times across the country. Today alone, right? In a time when we got actual problems, we're still fucking with people over. A driver's license, the DMV is not even open.
The prosecutor's breakout room.
And even if it is. I don't know. I got to get some coffee. So I'm going to sit there with this for a minute.
understand that charge?
Yes, sir, I do.
And what is your plea? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
Guilty.
Okay. All right. I'm gonna accept your plea. I'm gonna find you guilty. $119.50. Due in 30 days.
Okay.
And then on the other case, I'm going to dismiss that one, and all you'll pay is $30. And I'll give it the same 30 days. I mean, as soon as you get these paid, the quicker we can release those holds.
Okay.
Let's say you paid it today, we
Yes, sir.
will get those holds sent over today to be released. We do it electronically, and by
Yes, sir.
Friday it would already be in the DPS system, and you'd be in the clear. So
Okay.
it happens pretty quickly.
Okay. Yeah,
Um,
that was going to be my next question. As soon as I get them paid, how quick it would be off my record.
Yeah, it's just a couple days, like 2
Okay.
business days. And then you can pay these either, you can come in to the courthouse. Do you live here in Royse City?
No, sir. No, sir.
Okay. Well, you can pay them online.
Okay.
So go to our website, roycity.com, and click over to court, and then you'll be able to link in and get these paid. If they're asking you for some information, you can always call up, talk to the clerk.
Okay.
Okay.
So how much
$149
will the total cost be?
$149.50.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Yes, sir.
All right. Do you have any questions?
No, sir. Thank you.
All right. We're going to email this to you.
Okay. I appreciate it.
Okay. Have a good day.
Am I done or can I
You're
click
done.
off?
You're free
Okay.
to disconnect. You're done.
Okay. Thank you, buddy.
All right. Bye.
All right. Bye-bye.
Oh, I'm here.
Good morning. If you were just admitted to the meeting and you are here for your court case, would you please speak up and let me know your Mr. Partridge, Chronic, Lewis Snyder, Eric Brandt, SCJC. Are any of you here for your own court case, or are you here to observe?
I'm here to observe judicial misconduct, since that's apparently the only thing that happens in Royse City.
Thank you, sir. I'm going to move you to the court. Is there anybody else?
I'm here to observe.
Thank you, Mr. Partridge. I'm going to move you.
I guess he didn't send you it.
I'm here to observe.
Speaking.
If you are here to observe, you have let me know. You should be prompted to join the bench. The bench breakout room.
Miss Jojo had these camouflage guns. She had two of them. And I was
I don't know if I was heard. I'm family. I'm here for support.
Grace, are you here for your own court case or are you here to observe?
Ma'am, I'm here for my court case. Mine was scheduled at 9:30.
Okay, and what's your name?
Gabrielle Boson.
Okay, thank you. Just hang tight. When it is your turn to see the prosecutor, you'll be prompted to join that breakout room, okay? Thank
Okay,
you.
yes, ma'am.
Thank you. Mr. Castillo,
Yes.
are you here for your court case?
Yes.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Mhm.
Just hang tight. Same thing, you'll be moved to the prosecutor's room when it's your turn.
Okay. Thank you.
Grace, same question to you. Are you here for a court case or are you here to observe? If you are here for a court case, for your own court case, I have not gotten your information to pull your case. If you would please let me know at this time. If you are just here to observe, you'll be prompted to be moved to the bench where the judge is to observe. All right, Mr. Hutchins, are you here for your court case? Mr. Simmons or Mrs. Simmons, are you here for your court case? Mr. Hutchins, are you here for your court case?
Yes, ma'am.
Just hang tight. You're in line to see the prosecutor. When it's your turn, you'll be prompted to join that breakout room to speak with him, okay?
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Is there anyone else in the room that is currently here for their own court case that has not let me know their name?
Good morning.
Good morning.
I'm looking for Valerie Lamone. Are you there?
Yes, sir.
All right, good morning. I'm Judge Liston.
Good morning.
You have two cases. One is for running a stop sign. The other is for a failure to be secured by a safety belt. Do you understand those two charges?
Yes, sir.
What plea are you entering on the ran stop sign violation?
I'm doing the defense driving.
I need a plea from you first. So guilty, not guilty, or no contest. What plea are you entering? If you want a trial, plead not guilty and we'll set you for a trial. If you want to do the driver safety course, that would require you to enter a plea of either guilty or no contest. Guilty is admitting the offense. No contest is neither admitting nor denying.
Good morning. If you were recently admitted to the meeting,
or fight the charge.
given me your name, I can pull your case. And you're not here to just observe. Would you please speak up now and let me know?
Okay, I'm gonna accept your no contest plea. And
Can you repeat that one more time, please?
do you have
Are
a
you here
Texas
for your
driver's
court
license?
case?
Yes, sir.
What's
Do
your
you have
name?
insurance on a motor vehicle?
Carrie Ann Ramirez. No, sir.
They have to get insurance in order to qualify
Okay,
for a driver safety course.
Ramirez. If you'll just hang tight and you'll be prompted
There
to
is insurance on
to
the
go
truck.
to the
It was I
prosecutor
was
here in a
using my
little bit.
mom's vehicle that
Feel
day.
free to
That's
stay
fine.
muted and
You
have
can
your
submit
camera
that.
off
Is that
until
the
at that
vehicle
time.
that you were operating the day you got pulled over?
Yes, sir.
Okay, you can submit that.
Can you
That's fine,
see
as long as there's
if
coverage
my
on that
camera's on
vehicle.
right now?
And have you taken a driver safety course in the last year to get dismissed?
It's just No, I'm sir. having trouble.
So submit your license and insurance, and
don't
the
show
only
that
fee
it's
you
on
pay to
right
the
now.
court is $144. Can you pay that
But
today?
it's going to be a little
Yes,
bit of
sir.
a wait, so
All
if you just want
So
to.
as long as you take the course within 90 days,
Okay. All right.
it's a
Thank you.
6-hour defensive driving course that you can take
Is there
online
anybody else
or
here for
in
their
person.
own court
And
case?
as long as you submit that within 90 days from today, then that case will be dismissed. And then on the safety belt, the state has made a motion to dismiss in exchange for your plea on the brand stop sign that you already entered with no contest. And so that case will be dismissed. Okay, so the only fee you owe to the court is $144, and then the only other requirement is you take the driver's safety course.
Okay.
Do you have any questions?
How do we pay, sir, if we're doing it online?
You can go to our website, to roysecity.com, and then you'll click over to municipal court, and you can find the link to pay on at that location. If you have any trouble, just call the court.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay, anything else?
No, sir.
Okay, we're going to email these orders to you. Be sure to sign those electronically and get those back to us, along with your license and your insurance.
Okay.
Okay, have a good day.
You too.
You're free to disconnect.
All right, Angela Barrett, it's time to see the prosecutor. If you'll join that breakout room, please. Good morning. If you were just admitted and you are here for your court case, if you could please unmute and let me know your name. If you've not spoken up and let me know that you're here for your own court case and given me your name, you're going to be prompted to go to the bench to observe court.
I'm here to observe.
Thank you, sir.
I'm here to observe.
Thank you, sir. We move to the bench. We're prompted to move to the bench.
I'm here to observe.
Thank you, sir.
Here for observe.
I'm observing.
Okay, thank you, ma'am.
I'm only here observing.
Thank you, sir.
I'm here to observe the misconduct.
Thank you for letting me know.
Observation and reporting only.
Thank you, sir.
I'm here to observe.
Thank you, sir. You should be prompted to move to the bench to observe. Good morning. If you were just admitted and you're here for your court case, if you would let me know your name, please. Mr. Ross, are you here for a court case or are you here to observe? Mr. Powers, are you here for your court case or are you here to observe? Mr. Ross, are you here for your court case?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
I think. I'm not.
Perfect. You'll be placed in line to speak with the prosecutor. Until that point, feel free to mute and turn off your video. It will be just a little bit of a wait. Thank you for your patience.
I'm just here to observe. Thank you.
Okay, Mr. Powers, you'll be prompted to move to the bench to observe court.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Why is there no audio?
I have no sound either.
I think we're just waiting for it to start.
Mr. Bediako, it's your turn to speak with the prosecutor if you'll join that breakout room.
Nothing the court has ever said is virtually.
Good morning. If you were just admitted to the meeting and you are here for your court case, if you could please let me know your name. If you're just here to observe, if you'd let me know as well, and I'll move you to the bench to observe court.
No, your best is far away.
Watchdog.
All right. Jonna, did you have a question?
Brad Morgan, are you there? Brad David Morgan.
Hello.
Mr. Morgan?
Yes, sir.
All right. Good morning. I'm Judge Liston. Give me your date of birth, please.
12/12/81.
Okay. You have 3 charges. One is for open container. The second one is for assault, family violence offense, and the third one is for failure to maintain financial responsibility. Do you understand those 3 charges?
Yes, I do.
You have a right to plead not guilty and to set your case for trial on each of these, or you could enter a plea of guilty or no contest, and which could result in a conviction on your record. So let's start with the assault case. What plea are you entering today?
Not guilty.
Would you like to have a trial by judge or by jury?
Yes. Jury.
Jury trial, okay.
Good morning. If you've not previously checked in with me and you're here for a court case, if you would speak up and let me know your name.
I'm going to set you for
If
a
you're
jury
just here to
pre-trial
observe,
on
so if you
February
haven't
the
given me
10th
your name for a
at
specific court case,
9:30.
Your
Okay.
court case.
Will that work for you?
Yes,
You'll
it
be
will.
prompted to go to the bench to observe court. Thank you.
The other 2, sir, I've already served time for. I'll go back to my house today and try to find the paperwork on it. I've been arrested on both of them charges since then.
Okay, well, let me get a plea from you first on those charges. So on the charge of open container, what plea are you
No
entering?
contest.
No contest?
Yes, sir.
Okay, I'm going to accept your no contest plea. Were you incarcerated in the Rockwell County Detention Center? Or was it another jail?
Yes, I was.
Testing.
In the
Rockwell
Rockwell
County
jail?
Detention Center, 45 days.
Can you look them up?
Yes, sir.
Okay, we're going to look for that right now.
Thank you.
On the failure to maintain financial responsibility charge, what is your plea?
No contest.
Okay. The 45 days that you spent in jail, when was that? Was it this year, last year? When was that?
Last year.
Okay.
It's 45 or 42 days, something like that.
Okay, we're looking for it. You find it?
Mr. Schultes, are you here for your own court case or are you here to observe?
Tell me your name, sir.
My name is Emmanuel. Sorry.
Can you hang on just one
Thank
moment?
you, sir. You'll be prompted to move to the bench to observe court.
Thank you.
Mr. Morgan?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so I see I didn't see anything for the longest time frame that I found was 11 days. And that was last year, March 9th to March to March 20th of last year. Is that the one you're talking about?
No, I've been to jail before that as well. We did like 40 to 45 days, something like that. I have the paperwork at home.
So let me just look and see when these offenses were. Okay, these date of offenses were October 6th, 2018. So you've definitely been incarcerated after the date of this offense.
Yes, sir.
And that was on the fair to maintain financial responsibility. And then also let me look at the open container and see when that date of that offense was. Okay, that one was May 17th, 2018. Okay. I'm going to accept your plea of no contest. I'm going to find you guilty of both offenses. Instead of giving you time served, I'm going to grant you a waiver because you weren't actually arrested for these offenses. So it's actually that one was May 17th, 2018. I am going to do that, which means that all the fine and the court costs, those fees are waived. I'm going to accept $351 on the fair to maintain financial responsibility. I'm going to only require you to pay the hold on your license on that case, which is $30.
Thank you, sir.
And then the open container, $197. I'm going to grant you a waiver for that entire amount. So the only fee that you owe is $30 for those two cases.
Sir, I sure do appreciate it. Where can I pay it at?
As soon as you pay that, then the hold will be released on your Texas driver's license so that you'll be able to get that renewed. You can pay that online. Let me set the other case. Okay, so that's the only fee you owe is $30.
All right, thank you, sir.
And then on your assault case, that one is going to be set for trial. All right, is there any other thing that any other matters that you have before the court that you believe need to be addressed?
No, sir, I do not.
Okay, so Mr. Morgan, I'm going to have the clerk email these judgments to you if you'll sign them electronically. And again, the only fee that you owe is $30, and that's just to get the hold on your license released.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Okay, you're free to disconnect.
Bye-bye.
Have a good day.
Good morning. If you were just admitted and you are here for your court case, if you would please let me know your name so I can pull your file. If you were just here to observe, if you would also let me know so I can move you to the bench to observe court.
Yeah, hey, this is Winston Knowles. I'm trying to let me mute. I was on the docket at 9:30, and I'm wondering if I missed something.
No, sir, we're just a little backed up. I do apologize and appreciate your patience.
Hey, no problem. I just didn't want to miss anything.
No, sir, you haven't missed anything.
Thank you, ma'am.
No problem.
Eric Morgana, are you there?
Your call 4828.
Eric Morgana. Emmanuel Bediaco.
Yes, sir.
All right, give me your date of birth, please.
For March 16th, 1992.
Okay, you have two charges. One is for failure to maintain financial responsibility, third or more offense, and the second one is for driving while license invalid. Do you understand those two charges?
Yes, I've already sent everything in the mail in full compliance of everything. And
so you have, what is it that you sent in the mail?
my driver's license, SR22, and also my insurance. And I paid everything online.
You have things for Mr.
Your Honor, I think this stuff is scanned in. If you look under the stuff, it's not in paper. It's look. He sent an SR22. If you look under the online documents, the thing, it'll be on there. It was effective on October 6th.
Okay. So the date of the offense was October 4th, and the insurance you set in apparently started 2 days later. Is that correct?
Yes, that was a new policy. The other one, I paid for it. It was last for 3 days.
Okay. Well, let me get your plea first. On the failure to maintain financial responsibility, third or more offense, what plea are you entering? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
Not guilty.
Okay. And you want to set your case for trial?
No.
If you plead not guilty, then I'll set you for trial, either before a judge or before a jury. If you plead guilty or no contest, then that could result in a conviction on your record.
Not guilty.
Okay, so I'm going to set you for a trial. You want that in front of the judge or in front of a jury?
Judge.
Can you get a good trial date from Samantha? Okay, on the driving while license invalid case, you also have a right to set your case for trial by pleading not guilty, or you could plead guilty in no contest, which would result in a conviction. So on the driving while license invalid case, what is your plea?
Not guilty.
All right. And do you want a trial before a judge or a jury?
Judge.
Okay. I'm getting a trial date for you right now.
January 20th, sir.
What time?
What time? 8:30.
Okay, I'm going to set you for trial on January the 20th at 8:30 a.m. Will that work for you? Mr. Bediaco?
Hello?
Yes, Mr. Bediaco, January the 20th at 8:30 a.m. Is that a good date for you for your bench trial? Sir, can you hear me? Mr. Bediaco, can you hear me?
Yes, sir. I can hear you.
Okay, January the 20th at 8:30 a.m. Is that a good date for you?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. It's fine.
Okay. All right, we're going to send you notice of that, and that would be your bench trial date. All right, do you have any questions?
Yes.
What's your question?
So, the police towed my car. I went ahead and got it out from the towing company. That wasn't my main car. So if my license is eligible right now, even though I have this case pending, will I be penalized or anything from driving? Because right now my license is eligible and everything, and I have insurance from it.
So your licensees are either going to be eligible or not eligible, and the way that the department that will determine that will be the Texas Department of Public Safety. So get with them. You can go on their website and find out if you have any restrictions on your license.
Yeah, I'm on it right now, actually. It says that it is eligible. There isn't anything on there. I've already paid everything on there.
That's good.
So it does say shows that it's eligible. But I just don't want it to be a situation that happened the other time where I get pulled over and I get penalized because I spend a lot of money just to get the car out and stuff like that. So I just
Sure, I understand. If they're showing eligible, then looks like you're in good shape. You might want to just double check with them by calling them.
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right. Very good. We'll send you a notice of your trial date.
All right. And I'm no longer at Royse. I'm sorry. I'm no longer at Royse City because I had an issue with the person I was staying with. So the police that actually gave me the citation came to that house and told me to leave.
You have a new address?
Yes, I haven't. I'm here with my parents right now. I was on the lease on that house, but I'm no longer paying rent over there, so I came home. And
Okay.
right now I'm looking for a job and stuff like that. So would it be sent to my email or?
We're going to email it to you, but if you would please notify the court of your new address. What is your address?
It's the same one on my driver's license.
Okay.
118. Yeah, it's the same address.
In Frisco.
Yes, sir.
Okay, I have it right here. Okay. All right, very good. Okay, anything else?
No, sir.
All right, we'll be sure to update your address in our system.
Yes, sir.
Thank you. You're free to disconnect.
All right. Thank you, sir. You have a good day.
You too. Angela Barrett?
Yes, sir.
Good
Yes,
morning.
sir.
I'm Judge Liston. Give me your date of
Good
birth, please.
10/3/76.
Okay. The state has made a motion to dismiss the safety belt child under 8 years old first offense.
Yes, Mr. Knowles here.
Good morning. This is Judge Liston. Okay,
Good morning,
so
Judge.
you spoke to the prosecutor already?
I did.
This is on your disorderly conduct case?
It is.
Okay. I have the prosecutor here as well, Mr. Day. Tell me the update.
I believe, and Mr. Knowles may disagree with me, but I believe he's withdrawing his joinder motion. I believe he's changing his request from a jury trial to a bench trial. I believe he's doing that in order to try to get a trial date sooner rather than later.
Okay. Okay, hang on right there. Mr. Knowles, did you hear that?
I did.
Okay. Are you withdrawing your
If you just
motion?
joined the
Your
meeting and you're here
motion?
for court case, if
Actually, I think I need to ask you some questions about that. We have he is correct that my intention is to get a trial date just as soon as possible.
Okay.
And the reason I filed a joinder motion, I was under the impression that a joinder would this case with the other case, and that case would get a trial date.
And you're talking about the case that's pending in the county, Rockwall County Court?
That's right. And they're not setting cases either. Mr. Day told me that if we got a bench trial, that we could get a court date as soon as December, and which would be done online, which is fantastic. So I would like that.
Okay.
And
So-
if that's the case, then I would like to withdraw my motion to joinder.
Yes.
And ask for a bench trial and a trial date to be set.
Okay.
Furthermore, he said that he would file a motion that this trial date would follow the one in the county court, which makes all the motions irrelevant.
Okay.
In my opinion.
When is your trial date in the county court?
There's not one.
Okay. So we can certainly give you a bench trial date instead of a jury trial date. If that's your request.
It's my request if we can get a trial on this.
Sure. I understand. What date can we give?
January 20th.
All right. January 20th. It looks like the first date that we can give you for a bench trial. That's a trial before a judge.
Okay.
Okay.
So
Let's do that at 8:30. January 20th at 8:30. Is that a good date and time for you?
Or for me, yes.
Okay. Okay. Do you want us to email or regular mail that notice to you?
If you could regular mail it, that'd be fantastic. At the address on file.
Okay.
Should I expect
2021 at 8:30 a.m. We're sending you for a bench trial.
Thank you. Should I expect a motion to follow this, Mr. Day?
Mr. Day, are you planning on filing any motions?
A couple things, Judge. One, make sure that we get his waiver of the jury trial in writing, so we don't set up any appellate issues. Two, the state does, I'm talking to the DA's office, the state does have some serious concerns. This is a court of record, and his argument, I believe, is going to be in both cases that he was exercising his constitutionally First Amendment rights of protest. And if this court finds that, it would have a res judicata effect on the higher level court, which is not something that I want to be binding the hands on a First Amendment argument on what they do, which is one of the reasons why I've either said this one should go after the higher level charge, and I've submitted the case law, and I think you've already ruled on that one, or in the alternative, he can join this case with the higher level charge, so he's not having to deal with multiple prosecutions in multiple courts. But I do have a serious concern about the res judicata effect that would come on there, and there is case law on there that would happen.
Okay, so there may be a motion filed by Mr. Day. Could you hear what he said?
Yes.
Okay, and so that may happen.
All right. What's could the court advise me on what the statute of limitations in Texas is on this case?
Yes, the statute of limitations is 2 years, but the limitations is told once there's a complaint filed, and so it does not continue to run once the complaint is filed. And there is a complaint filed on your case, so right now that statute of limitations is told. But the answer to your question is 2 years.
Okay. So because I filed a complaint now, it's on hold some more, or it can be this can be drug out forever.
Well, the state filed the complaint, but now that once that's been filed, then that statute no longer continues to accrue time. It's stopped. That's the tolling.
Okay. So okay, that's fine. Thank you, Judge.
Okay. All right. Anything else? Okay. All right. You can disconnect. Thank you.
I'm left. Okay, I can do that.
Yes, sir.
Okay, who's got the hammer on that?
Landon Stovall? Landon Stovall? Michael Burton? Michael Burton?
I ever seen you do nothing with leaders. No.
Eric Morgana? Eric Morgana.
If they don't understand.
Okay, so vote one if you can hear me.
Good morning, Your Honor. Oh, come on.
Is my microphone working?
All right. You just joined the meeting and you're here for your own court
I hope
case. You're
it's working.
representing a
I
client.
can't tell if
If
it's
you would just
working.
speak up and let me know which clients I'm
I'm not seeing any ones.
I'm here for, my name's
Oh, there
Keith
we go.
Wilford. I'm here for Louis
There we go.
Rodriguez.
Hey,
And
first
he's
of all,
logged
I'd
in.
like
I
to
see
welcome Taylor Haynes. Taylor Haynes is in the court.
just
He
hang
is the
tight
only
until the
person in the
prosecutor's
world that
ready,
refers
and,
to me as
I'll move you to
Cankles
that breakout
Grant.
room.
So I'd like to thank Taylor
So
Haynes
long,
for
Louis.
allowing me to live inside his head rent-free for yet another week.
Give me
Hey,
one
so what
moment.
just happened there? What happened here is that there was a breakout room with the prostituting attorney. His name is Jason Day. So we can get a phone number in there for Jason Day. And let's call Jason Day and ask him to lift the moratorium on brains at the Royse City Police Department. We have a number of issues going on here. What just happened there is that the lower court, the prosecuting attorney is claiming that there is a res
I am here for
judicata
Shalane
associated
Robertson and
with the lower
Luis
court ruling.
Angel Moreno.
In other words, he's saying that the cases in county court and municipal court both stem from the same incident, and that they're the same action, the same argument, the same victim, etc., and so forth. This is not true. Right? He's fucking retarded. Jason Day has been fucking retarded since the day he was born, and his mother should have stuffed him back in and asked for a refund. Not too late, in my opinion. So, what they're saying is that because there could be a ruling on this case that could adversely affect the higher court case, the higher court, they don't want to step on the higher court. And res judicata means that the decision has already been made, basically. It's been ruled on. So if it's the same act, then res judicata prevents relitigation of a material fact that has already been litigated. The material facts, as asserted in this case, are that Otto used foul language towards somebody. We think they mean the police officer. The elements of the upper case, of the higher level case, are obstruction of police officers. We think either for failure to ID, which is what they told him he was under arrest for, which he didn't, which they, of course, dismissed because that's not what happened, or possibly for when he took himself safely to the ground to prevent further injury. And neither of those are speech conduct. So the conduct of the two charges is not the same. The charge is not the same. The elements are not the same. The facts are not the same. Crybaby Day is asserting incorrectly the facts of the case and claiming that the higher court shouldn't get stomped on in the lower court. Well, that's too fucking bad. It happens all the time. This man has been waiting for a trial for 2 fucking years. For 2 years. For holding a sign that says shit is fucked up and stuff. And if you learned anything today, if you haven't, if you're so fucking retarded you haven't figured it out in the last 2 years, today should be your big slap in the face that shit is in fact fucked up and stuff. Oh, this is very wrong, Ocean Breeze. It's very wrong. It's very wrong. So I yelled at Otto a little bit. I wanted him to be a little bit more assertive of these facts in court. But the good news is, here's what you have to remember. Failure to deny is to admit. It's a maxim of law. You need to be aggressive when you're in court about these things. The prosecutor made assertions today that were untrue. And fortunately, thankfully, he's filing a paper motion that Otto can respond to. By the way, the first thing that he's filed, this lazy fucking crybaby Day attorney
Eric
has
Morgana,
filed
are you there?
in 2 fucking years. Oh, we got courts back. Hold on.
Eric Morgana. What about Michael Burton?
I'm here, sir.
Michael Burton, okay, what's your date of birth?
November 4th, 88.
Michael Burton, sir.
Okay.
I don't understand what's going on with this. There we go.
All right, hang on. So let's go back. Eric Morgana.
Yes, sir, I'm here.
Morgana means gigantic blood sausage in Cuban, and it's a reference to somebody with the biggest fucking dick in town. That's funny.
Okay, you have, Mr. Morgana, you have 2 charges.
Yes.
One is for failure to maintain financial responsibility, a second offense, and the second one is for driving while license invalid.
Yeah.
You have a right to plead not guilty and to set your case for trial. You also could plead guilty or no contest, which could result in a conviction. What is your plea on the failure to maintain financial responsibility second offense?
On that one, I can plead guilty because I did not have insurance on that day.
Okay, all right, I'm gonna accept your plea. I'm gonna find you guilty. The fine amount, including court costs, is $531. Can you pay that today, or do you need time to pay that?
Yes, sir. Yeah, I need more time, sir.
Okay. I'll give you 30 days. You have until December 11th to get that payment made. And you can do it online, or you can mail a check in. Okay.
Can I do a payment plan? Like,
you need longer than 30 days?
Yeah.
I can give you longer than 30 days. The state does add a one-time $15 time payment fee. So it would be $546. Okay. What type of payment plan are you requesting?
All
of you said it's
it's easy to fleece the public.
All right. Your first payment, yes, I will accept that. Your first payment will be due December 1st.
Put that down and don't touch it.
Okay, thank you.
You'll pay $100 a month until this is paid in full. All right, on the charge of driving while license invalid, since you've entered a guilty plea on the other charge, the state is making a motion to dismiss. I'm granting that motion. As long as you pay the full fine on the insurance case, you will pay $0 on the driving while license invalid.
Thank you, sir. I appreciated that.
Do you have any questions?
No.
Okay, you're free to disconnect.
Thank you.
Let's see if he's calling another case here. One of the reasons why we want to stay in here is we want to observe court. You should observe court whenever and however you can. So we're going to go ahead and watch here for another minute. Let's see if he's not pulling something up right away. I'll get back to what I was saying. So you have to remember that this lawyer has not filed a single motion in 2 years.
Okay, Mr. Burton, you still there?
Yes. Yes, sir.
What's your date of birth, please?
6/11/1980.
Okay. You're charged with the offense of public intoxication. Do you understand that charge?
Not really, not in this circumstance.
The allegation is that you are
Is there
in a public
anybody
place and
here
you're
for a
intoxicated
court
to
case
the
that is
degree
not
that you may
checked
be
in
a
with
danger
me?
to yourself or others. And the date of the offense is October 3rd, 2020.
Yes, sir. I was asleep in my truck
If you are just here
diffusing
to observe, I can move you to the bench. I
argument
just
with my
need to know
girlfriend at the
that
time.
you are here to
Well,
observe.
don't give me any
before I
facts
move
just
you.
yet. If we have a trial, that's when I would hear facts. So you have a right to plead not guilty and set your case for trial, or you could enter a guilty or no contest plea, which could result in a conviction. What is your plea?
The prosecutor told me that I could probably take a alcohol class or something.
Oh, that's right. Okay, yours was, he talked with you about doing a pretrial diversion.
Yes.
So there's a class that
Another, I'm going to
court
plead
is
guilty
going
because
to
I don't
look,
think I can beat the government case.
or that would be
Obviously, he
acceptable
doesn't think he's guilty.
for you to take that class. And as long as you complied with all the conditions that the prosecutor is requesting, then you would not be required to enter a plea and your case would be dismissed. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to reset you to the January docket, and we'll check in and see if you complied with all the conditions that the state is asking you to do, which my
Okay.
understanding is for you to take that. It's an alcohol course. And
Okay.
again, we're going to look for that and for you, so you'll know which one to take. We'll let you know. Okay.
Okay.
So the date that I'm resetting you to is January the 6th at 9:30 a.m. January 6th at 9:30. Is that a good date for you?
I think so. Hang on, let me write that down.
January 6th,
6,
2021, 9:30 a.m.
2021.
Yes, sir.
Sorry.
Yep,
I'm a
it's
jokester.
End of the year. Okay. Anything else, Mr. Burton?
No, I guess I'll just hang on here and talk to the prosecutor.
Yes, sir. Oh, actually, you're free to disconnect. We'll email you that class.
Okay.
Good morning, Lisa.
All right, have a
Are
good
you
day.
here for?
Will y'all also
court
mail it
case?
to me by any chance?
We
Just in
can.
case?
Sure.
Okay.
We can do that.
All righty. Thank you.
Okay. You're welcome.
Have a great day, sir. God
You
bless.
too. Thank you.
So this incident today that has now been put off yet again to January. What was the date, Otto? January 21st? 20th. January 20th.
How do I disconnect?
There's so many problems here. For example, he has a lawyer in a
Gabriel
county
Bozen?
case. Hold on.
Gabriel Bozen?
So the problem is that we've paid the attorney in the county court case something on the order of $15,000, and that lazy lawyer hasn't filed a single fucking motion yet. Every time Otto talks to him, says, "Can I get this ankle monitor off? Can I talk to my kids?" Oh, well, we'll get to that. We'll get to that. Well, $15,000 and 2 years later, he ain't got to it. So what the fuck is wrong with these people? So at this point, we have a judge that seems to be fairly aware of the First Amendment. Otto just wants a fucking trial, man. I don't think he'd do any better in county court with a lawyer, right? In lower court, he doesn't get a lawyer or, well, no, he can get a jury on this one. But we do have a judge that seems to be somewhat constitutionally aware. And then we have the problem of all you guys went down there to Royse City. In fact, I saw Justin Observer was wearing the Royse City Out of the Watchdog t-shirt in the courtroom. Thank you for that. That was awesome. Everybody stood on a corner with signs that were even more vulgar than the words "shit is fucked up" and stuff. And they didn't get arrested. In fact, the police came by and said, "Oh, no, it's protected speech. You're fine." Right? We thought, oh, boy, this is going down because here comes the cops. But they were responding to a stranded motorist, and the group helped the cop and the motorist push the vehicle out of the road. Nobody was arrested. So the question is, why won't they drop this case? And the reason is to try and avoid civil litigation. Guys, our system is no longer civil. We are committing heinous acts of violence and robbery against people under a shroud of pretend justice. This is every bit as violent as Nazi Germany. I would even argue that they're causing more suffering because at least in Nazi Germany, it was over in a couple years. Right? You either didn't live or finally you've got through it, right? This endures year after year after year after miserable fucking year. The tree of liberty has withered, my friends. The tree of liberty has withered. And you wonder why somebody would weld themselves into a bulldozer before they go to town. You wonder, yeah, is there anybody here? Vote 1 if you actually question the motives behind the killdozer. This way I know who to whack from my channel for pure stupidity. Right? Hey, Blind Justice. I presume Blind Justice is chiming in from home.
Justice should be blind, not stupid.
Justice should be blind, not fucking retarded. I'm assuming that, I've got some 2s and some question marks. Good. No 1s. I don't have to block anybody today. Ooh, here we go.
Gabriel Bozen,
Yes, sir.
this is Judge Liston. What is your date of birth?
02/27/2002.
Okay, you're charged with the offense of minor in possession of tobacco. Do you understand that charge?
Yes, sir.
You have a right to plead not guilty and set your case for trial, or you could enter a guilty or no contest plea, which may result in a conviction. What plea are you entering today?
I would like to plead guilty.
Is your camera off?
Yes, would you like me to turn it on?
Yes. Okay, so I'm going to accept your plea. I'm going to require you to take a tobacco awareness course.
Okay. Yes, sir.
I'm talking to Ms. Boson.
Oh.
Okay. Okay. Have you been charged with this offense before, Ms. Boson?
No, sir, I haven't.
Okay. So what I'm going to do then is require you to take a tobacco awareness course. The only fee that you would pay to the court is the court cost, so $81. Can you pay that today?
I can't pay all of it today.
Can you pay it within 30 days?
Yes, sir, I can.
Okay, I'm gonna give you 30 days to pay that. As long as you take a tobacco awareness course within 90 days, then the case against you would be dismissed. And the court will send you information through the email on how you can complete that course.
Yes,
so be sure to get that done so that you don't have to pay any of the fine amount. You're paying just the $81 court cost.
Okay. Is it getting sent to the email that's connected to my Zoom, or?
When you connected today, did the clerk ask you for your email address?
No.
I'm going to send you back to the clerk so that you can give her your email address, and she'll send it to you. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Do you have any questions?
No, sir.
Okay, I'm going to send you back to the clerk.
Okay.
Okay. Wow, guys. I guess minor in possession is a major thing going on now during COVID. Who knew? Who knew? I did notice the number of participants like evaporated as soon as Otto's case was up. Somebody just asked, I forget who it was. I saw it roll up the screen there. Has Otto had his case yet? Yes. And we were doing a little bit of a recap on that. So he has a $15,000 attorney.
Lindsay Roberts?
Oh.
Yes, sir.
All right. Good morning. I'm Judge Liston. What's your date of birth?
Sorry, let me get to a better spot. 7/18/91.
Okay, you're charged with the offense of possession of drug paraphernalia. Do you understand that charge against you?
Yes.
You have a right to plead not guilty and set your case for trial, or you could enter a guilty or no contest plea, which could result in a conviction. What is your plea today?
I've never done this before. If I agreed with the prosecutor, does that mean I say guilty or not?
Right. So if you want to take the agreement that you've reached with the prosecutor, then that would require you to enter either guilty or no contest plea.
I'll do no contest.
Okay, I'm going to accept your no contest plea, and the agreement you have with the prosecutor is that you'll be on a probation for 90 days starting today. You have a $250 fine that would be due today, or actually no, it's due in 30 days. And you would pay a portion of it today, correct?
Yes. $50 today and then the rest due in 30 days?
Yes. Okay, is that your understanding?
Yes, sir.
Okay, and it looked like the paraphernalia was a pipe and a grinder used for marijuana. Is that correct?
It was actually used for CBD. They verified that we had CBD on scene, but that's what they're saying.
Okay. Let me make sure you're.
Oh my God.
CBD is
It was
not
for
illegal.
CBD,
So I want to make sure that you
and they
want a trial
verified it,
or don't want
but
a
they're
trial.
still prosecuting her.
So
Oh my God.
would you have a trial or not?
I would rather take it deferred where it doesn't go on my record. Can't really afford to go to.
Okay. I'm going to approve the agreement you have with the prosecutor. Your full fine is due in 30 days. You're going to pay a portion of that today, $50. As long as you don't have any new violations in the next 90 days, then this would be dismissed and not on your record. Okay. There's also a destruction order for the 2 items that the officers had collected at the scene. You don't have any objection to that being destroyed, do you?
No, sir.
Okay. All right. Then I'm going to assign the destruction order on that as well. Okay. All right. You can make that partial payment at roycity.com. Go over to the under court, and then you'll find the way that you can make that partial payment. Okay. Do you have
Do I need like a case number or anything?
You will most likely need that case number. Let me give you the I'm going to give you the ticket number.
Okay.
Okay. Are you ready?
Yes, sir.
091734. 091734.
Okay.
Okay.
091734.
Is there anybody here for a court case?
Okay, and that
that's
should
not
be all I
checked
need
in?
to pay the dollars.
Right.
Okay. Sure.
Okay.
Is everybody
You're free to
that's still
disconnect. Have a
here
good day.
here to observe?
Thank you.
Giovanni Castillo,
Yes.
what's your date of birth, please?
3699.
You're charged with the offense of public intoxication. Do you understand that charge?
Yes, sir.
Your right to plead not guilty and set your case for trial, or you could plead guilty or no contest, which may result in a conviction. What is your plea?
With the agreement when we reached was deferred.
I need a plea from you first, though.
No contest.
All right, I'm going to accept your no contest plea. You talked to the prosecutor about doing a
Mr. Ross, did you
90-day
get
probation.
disconnected?
And you would pay a $300 fine.
Ma'am,
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. Can you pay that today?
Have you spoken to
Yes.
the prosecutor yet?
All right, I'm going to approve that agreement.
no, ma'am, and I was actually wondering if I want to see if I could
As long
possibly
as you
get
don't have any
it
new
reset
violations
until.
during the probationary period, and you have your $300 paid, that will be a
Okay, if you will
dismissal.
submit an email requesting.
Okay,
your
and
case
that's
be
after
reset,
90 days.
correct.
email address is court@roycity.com.
Any other questions?
No, that's it.
I will
Okay, you're
put
free to
that for the
disconnect.
judge to review.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.
Court@roycity.com.
Yes, sir.
Is that what you said?
Yes,
Thank you,
sir.
ma'am, I appreciate it.
No problem.
Christopher Hudgens,
Yes, sir.
what's your date of birth, please?
10/4/84.
Okay, you are charged with the offense of possession of drug paraphernalia. You understand that charge?
Yes, sir.
You have a right to plead not guilty and set your case for trial, or you could plead guilty or no contest, which could result in a conviction. And actually, are you asking for a continuance? Is that what you're asking for?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
To get
I'm not going to ask you. I'm not going to ask you to enter a plea then today. It looks like this is the very first time that you're set on this case, correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And so yes, I will give you that opportunity to hire an attorney, and I'm going to reset you to the December docket.
Okay.
December. I'll give you a choice. You want December 2nd or December 9th?
December 9th, please.
Okay, I'm going to set you at December 9th at 8:30 a.m.
Okay.
Is that a good date for you?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So if you are going to hire an attorney, I suggest you do it sooner rather than later so that they can appear for you on that December 9th date.
Yes, sir.
If you decide not to hire an attorney, that's fine too, and we'll just proceed with you representing yourself on that date.
Okay.
At that time, I'll be asking you for a plea, and you'll also have an opportunity to talk to the prosecutor. If you hire a lawyer, then your lawyer will take care of all that.
Yes, sir.
Okay, all right, you're free to disconnect.
Thank you.
Have a good day.
You too.
Okay, so we're back on our record a little bit here. We are going to continue observing in here today. So we'll go back and forth. Yes, Otto's case already came up. The prosecutor is making a claim that this case needs to follow the case that was filed in county court. He was charged in the lower court, in the municipal court, with obscenity, and he was charged in the county court for obstruction. The prosecutor knows that this case doesn't exist. He knows it doesn't exist because we've all been out there doing the same thing, and we were not charged. And we, in fact, were told it was protected speech. So if they've upgraded their level of knowledge on the question of protected speech, why are they continuing to prosecute Winston Knowles? Well, look no further than the Section 1983 Dude Ranch. That's why they're continuing to prosecute Winston Knowles, because they could win. You never know what'll happen with a retarded jury in Texas. So they could win, in which case Otto can't sue. They're going to continue to prosecute him for stealing his children, not because they're interested in justice, but because they don't want to be sued. They're going to destroy his family and his life so that they don't have to suffer the consequences of their just desserts. This is why I say we are not peaceful, we are not civil. This is why I tell you that the tree of liberty has withered to death. This is why the killdozer rode through Granby, Colorado. This is why certain people whose names I'm not allowed to say on the internet did things that I'm not allowed to say about on the internet in an Oklahoma City that I'm not allowed to talk about on the internet. Remember that failure to deny is to admit. You must speak up. Your rights are not self-executing. You must assert your rights. You must. Oh, Kendo says that the tree of liberty was already used as firewood. That explains global warming. Yeah, money comes before family. That's exactly right, Ocean Breeze. That's exactly right. That's 100% right. They preach to be civil, yes, but they're in fact not civil.
Miss Roberts.
Rooster says the guy with the dozer was truly holding them accountable. Yes, and the saddest thing about that entire incident is that he didn't take out more buildings. Conley adding that the entire process is the stuff. Yeah, absolutely. That's right. So I'm not sure how much more docket there is. I haven't heard all of these names get called. Have you, Otto? I haven't heard all these docket items. There were 57 lines of docket item. Some of those are doubled up. So that's like 40 people. Shit is fucked up and stuff. Has anybody been able to post a phone number for Jason Day? Maybe we should file some complaints, huh? Maybe we need to remind the city of Royse City. There we go. Maybe we need to remind Jason Day that the world is watching. Here we go. Light them up, people. Light them up. Yeah, right, Semper Fi. Yeah, right. Here we go. I'll post that here. There's a phone number for Crybaby Day. I'm not sure what town he lives in. But if you find out what town he doesn't live in, I'd like to know that. I would go put a black rose on his casket. Unbelievable, this whole process. 2 years, you guys, for shit is fucked up and stuff. Oh, he lives in Traderville, Texas. I should have known that. That's right, Ghost Rider. That's right. Otto, when does your speedy trial run on this case? No, you asked about statute of limitations. Yeah. Oh, also, here's the thing. Here's why they hate me so much is because I've actually learned to some degree of success how to stand over their magic cauldron and issue the magic incantations. And if you learned anything from Harry Potter, it's that if you mispronounce the magic incantation, weird shit happens. You have to learn the right words. You have to use them the right way. Otto did ask about a statute of limitations. I wasn't sure what he was asking about. I guess what he meant to say was a speedy trial. So that sucks. Disbar Jason Day and stuff. Exactly. Let's take a look at speedy trial. Good morning, Linda Land. I'm reading this for the first time along with you guys. The Sixth Amendment to the United States Constitution states that in all criminal prosecutions, the accused shall enjoy the right to a speedy and public trial. There are three major interests involved here. One, the freedom from oppressive pretrial incarceration, the mitigation of anxiety concerning the prolonged public accusation, and the avoidance of impairment to the accused defense. In other words, witnesses could die. It's hard to get people to remember what went on. So Otto needs to study the Barker versus Wingo case. Once 8 months has passed, the court is required to perform a test, the Barker test under Texas law. A delay of 9 months is unlikely to cause a reviewing court to weigh the length of delay factor heavily. However, a delay of many years will certainly allow this factor to weigh heavily in the defendant's favor. In general, the longer the pretrial delay, the more likely the reviewing court is to weigh this factor in favor of the defendant. It looks like there's not a specific timeline on this in Texas. In Colorado, there are specific timelines, none of which mean anything during COVID, which is being tested because the Colorado rules did not provide for a public health emergency, whereas the federal rules did. And even that's only an hour. Hello, Chris Powers. Chris Powers, I don't know if you are particularly aware of the fact that $15,000 has ticked by with this lawyer and he hasn't filed a fucking motion one. Bard Connolly's 100% correct. Justice delayed is justice denied. That's a maxim of law, and actually it's written that way in the Colorado Constitution. I don't know about other states, but in Colorado, those exact words are written into our Constitution. Miguel, I have to disagree with Miguel on this. The Tree of Liberty has clearly not had enough blood yet, or it would not have withered and been burned as firewood. Chris Parr says, yes, well, can we do about, I don't know what we can do about the lawyer. I mean, this is ridiculous. He hasn't filed a single fucking motion. Otto's paid over $3,000 for an ankle monitor. That's half of his disability income. Why is he even on an ankle monitor is the question. He can't even have communication with the children. Drug addicts, drug dealers, gangbangers. These people get to have contact. As a matter of fact, what was that city councilman's name, Otto? That got busted for child pornography. Patrick Throwbridge was a complete fucking dick to us. Complete fucking dick to us. Big time cop supporter.
This is CBS 11 News Now.
Thanks for joining us for this CBS 11 News Update. I'm Karen Borda. Texas is the first state to surpass 1 million confirmed cases of the coronavirus.
Oh, there we go. Patrick Throwbridge here was arrested on multiple counts of child pornography as a city councilman for Rockwall, Texas. Look at the date on this. Where's the date? That was this year. This was April of this year. And guess what Patrick Throwbridge doesn't have? He doesn't have a protection order barring him from contact with his children and grandchildren. That's right. He's allowed to have contact with his children. Why can't this lawyer file a fucking motion so that he can? It's no different than Madison, North Carolina, where a blind man is on house arrest for a non-jailable offense simply because he offended the judge by filing an appeal and saying mean things about him online. Well, Christopher Freeman, I'm not going to tell you my thoughts and prayers. Sure not. Rest assured I have them. Then rest assured you'd prosecute me for them. I'm going to keep them to myself. Court appears to be over or some shit. They definitely didn't have 40 docket items. So I guess we're going to end court. And now the court of public opinion needs to take over. So you guys get in there, shit is still fucked up and stuff. 2 fucking years. What the fuck is wrong with these people? Lisa, Jason Day is the prosecuting attorney in Royse City, Texas. What I'm going to do before I end the stream here is I'm going to remind everybody why we're here. And I'm going to do that by playing the James Freeman video of the Otto the Watchdog situation, because it's truly the best compilation out there. Now, not sure about how our internet connection is working. I'm going to post the link in here too. Is this the right one? I believe this is it. Pretty sure this is it, you guys. I'm going to throw the link over here. And here we go. Since I know that my connection is lousy, and here we go.
We've just been flagged down of an individual over by Jackson the Boxer holding a sign up that has profanities on it. We'll be in route to check it out.
10-4, you advise the sign has profanities on it?
Yeah, the sign the gentleman's holding up has an iPhone that's attached to it, and it's got in very large letters, different profanities.
Hey everybody, it's James Freeman. Hey guys, today I'm bringing you the story of Winston Knowles, also known as Otto the Watchdog on YouTube, and a handful of individuals who are employed by an organization called the Royse City Police Department. I want to stress that the people who have done the things that have been done to Otto the Watchdog are real people. They use the name Royse City Police Department to make it seem as if some fictional entity is doing these things to human beings. I want to make it perfectly clear that real human beings are doing these horrible things to real human beings. It is customary before doing something horrible to other human beings to try to dehumanize those human beings first, because it makes it less painful and feel less wrong to do things to these human beings that we know we shouldn't do to them. Since most people are beginning to catch on to this trick, we've kind of flipped it a little bit. Now, instead of pretending that the person being attacked isn't human, we pretend that the attacker is more than human, superior to humans. We pretend that the attacker can rightfully do things to other human beings that no human being can do to other human beings. These individuals that work for the Royse City Police Department and other police departments all around the world are convinced that they are not human, because they are allowed to do things to people while they are in the official capacity of this magical entity that they cannot do as regular humans. It is literally dehumanization reversed to achieve the same goals. The individuals who attacked Winston Otto Knowles in the first incident are Michael Burke, Jay Clark, and Keith Short.
Where's Johnny with the other one? Should be right over here. Thank you. Yes. Some guy holding up a sign that says shit is fucked up and stuff or something. Still an office. 742. I'll be out with that other subject. Be North Service Road 548. How's it going? Are you doing okay, sir? You're just not going to answer? We're getting reports that your signs have profanity. Can I check them to make sure that they don't? And then you can stand here all day long if you want to.
Clear. He is going to do the vaccine. Apparently, his permission.
You're not going to speak?
The weekend stating he had permission.
10-4, I'll show you quick.
742. 711. Go ahead and head over here. You won't let me look at your signs just to make sure there's not any profanity on them?
No, Fourth Amendment, sorry.
Do what?
No, never mind. You're supposed to go away now. I'm not doing that. Am I doing something?
If you are holding up signs for the public to see that have profanity, then yes, you are doing something illegal.
Cohen versus California, 1971, a California statute prohibiting the display of offensive messages violated freedom of expression. If the Royse City Police Department has a statute that says that displaying offensive messages is illegal, then their statute is illegal.
I'm just trying to make sure that all I want to do is make sure that what I've been told is not what's on your signs, and then you can stand here all day, like I said.
How are you? Well, I'm doing just fine.
And I've already heard you say a cuss word once, so.
What do your other signs say, sir? Sir, what do your other signs say? I don't consent to any searches or seizures.
This is offensive to people drive conduct. Your name is disorderly. Yes, it is.
What's the deal there?
It's disorderly conduct.
Is your ID on you? No.
Now you're failing the ID.
I don't have.
Put your hands behind your back.
Roll over. Since he's failing the ID, take him to disorderly conduct.
Hello, Nico.
I would like to speak to the supervisor right now.
The supervisor is the one that's right here talking to you,
I
so.
would like to speak to his supervisor. As far as I understand, I have not committed a crime today.
When we're here answering a complaint and you refuse to identify yourself, that is a crime.
Texas Penal Code 38.02, failure to identify. A person commits an offense if he intentionally refuses to give his name, residence, address, or date of birth to a peace officer who has lawfully arrested the person and requested the information.
When we're here answering a complaint and you refuse to identify yourself, that is a crime.
726, I'm out with them.
When you're displaying these signs and people are calling because it's offensive to them, that is another crime.
Here's a few audio excerpts from Cohen versus California, where the Supreme Court ruled that offensive speech is protected speech.
What this young man did was to walk through a courthouse corridor in Los Angeles County on his way to a courtroom where he had some business. While walking through that corridor, he was wearing a jacket upon which were inscribed the words, "Fuck the draft." Also were inscribed the words, "Stop war," and several peace symbols. When he entered the courtroom, he took off his jacket and held it folded. When he left the courtroom, he was arrested for disturbing the peace, specifically engaging in tumultuous and offensive conduct.
In this respect, it's no different, is it, from what it would be if he'd been picked up out on the street in front of the building or in any other public place?
Exactly, Mr. Chief Justice. I think that's correct. I think it's important at the outset to point out to the court that there was no violence, no component of violence present. Pointing out, as it does, as it can do, depending upon this court's decision, the very vital distinction between dissent, which may be offensive to people, some people may not like it, but nonviolent dissent is terribly important. We submit, Your Honors, that this court make clear that distinction, that dissent by its very nature involves the right to be offensive. If non-offensive dissent is almost a contradiction in terms, because if it's not offensive, it means you agree with it.
When you're displaying these signs and people are calling because it's offensive to them, that is another crime. So yes, you have committed a crime. You committed two. You didn't warn me. We don't have to warn you. Ignorance of the law.
His partner never let him finish, but I'm going to take a wild guess and say that he was about to say that ignorance of the law is no excuse. So now that I've shown you that these individuals, Keith Short, Jay Clark, and Michael Burke, are ignorant of the law, I'm sure you're curious what these men will have to do to make restitution to the individual that they harmed through either their ignorance or their maliciousness. I'll give you a hint. It starts with a nothing and it ends with a nothing.
I asked you quietly to see your signs, and you said no.
Consent to any searches or seizures of my property or my person.
I'm not. You're going to have a court right here. Is that your cell phone and tripod? If it's not, I'm going to leave it sitting here. If it is, I'm going to take it and put it up so somebody doesn't steal it. If you want to act this way, I'll leave it sitting here and let somebody steal it.
Why would you do that?
Okay. We don't know the stuff that is. Okay. I have a question. What am I being arrested for?
Disorderly conduct. Disorderly conduct.
I just want to let you guys know I get something more out of this every time I watch it. And so I actually am going to rewind this and watch it again just for my own sake. We have to watch these things over and over again. You have to remember that even if we have an attorney that's working for us, which clearly Otto does not, we still have to be their partner. We still have to do this work for them. The more work you can do on your own case or another person's case, helping them out, the more likely they are to get that work noticed by their attorney and get it used. And yeah, so I'm actually going to tell you right now that when we're done watching this, I'm going to watch it again because I just picked up a couple more things out of there that I didn't know. He says, I asked you politely to show me your signs. Remember what I said. They are couching and shrouding these acts of violence underneath the false notion of civility. I asked you nicely means I'm going to fucking beat your ass if you don't comply. Well, just tell me that out front. Don't fucking lie about it. Show me your fucking sign or I'm going to beat your fucking ass is what that translates to. That means it was required. He wasn't asking. It was an order. It was an order. And as far as whose blood specifically should be used to refresh the tree of liberty, I'm just going to keep my thoughts and prayers to myself on that. Let's go back to the video.
ID. Ask questions. You had opportunity to ask things right. You know what?
Nobody even asked me to identify. They already did it. If I had ID, I told them.
Let me explain something to you, young man. We're not holding court on the side of the road with you. Okay?
Well, you're arrested.
Apparently, you're not holding court ever because it's been 2 years.
Any questions you have, you can ask the jail or you can ask the court. You can get up.
He's asked tons of questions. They have yet to give him any answers.
I'm not sure if I can do that either. I would like to see your supervisor right now before you assault me any further.
We're not.
I am being assaulted. I have not committed a crime. I have not committed a crime. I have not committed a crime. I can't get up. You're hurting me. You're hurting me.
Then get up.
I cannot get up.
Get up.
I can't get up like this.
They lift you up.
I'm trying to get up. Please
Get up.
Well, assist me up instead
We're
of
trying to help you up. Lift you up. Yes, you are. I've seen the game before. Roll up to your knees and they will lift you up.
Hey, we've seen your games before, pig, but you're not going to see our game the next time it comes. I promise you that.
Now I'm going to lift you straight up. Stand up.
Okay, help me up. I've committed no crime. I've committed no crime whatsoever. Please get my equipment.
Remember, I asked you earlier.
So you're gonna leave my shit on the side of the road. Get my equipment. Get my equipment. Don't tell me what to do.
These events and this.
Don't tell me what to do. That's the pig that actually turned the camera. He also happens to be the mayor of a surrounding community. What's he the mayor of? Clendon Chisholm. Yeah. He's the mayor of Clendon Chisholm and a police officer. Clinton Chisholm. I can't spell. Not Clinton, Clinton. Is it Mick Clinton? Okay. Oh, damn. We got an obituary from October 23rd of Keith Short. Too bad it's a different Keith Short. Yeah, he's a douchebag that used to be a fucking Marine. You'd think that he'd remember a few things, huh? So he's also a police sergeant in Sunnyvale, Texas. Look at this douchebag. Yeah, he certainly thinks highly of himself. Okay, do we know if he got reelected? Damn it. So if you guys are going to send death threats to this motherfucker, make sure you do it from a different country. Just a little bit of legal advice. That's too bad that he got reelected. That's defendant Keith Short, by the way. But watch what Keith Short does. Let's rewind here. Rewind more. More. Okay. Watch this real carefully.
If you are holding up signs for the public to see that have profanity, then yes, you are doing something illegal.
Cohen versus California, 1971, a California statute prohibiting the display of offensive messages violated freedom of expression. If the Royse City Police Department has...
How are you? Well, I'm doing just fine.
Watch this camera here.
A cuss word once. So, what do your other signs say, sir? Sir.
Here comes Keith Short.
What do your other signs say?
You watch this. Oops, shit. Checked out the camera. Did you see that? He punches the sign out of his hand. Remove the camera. There we go. Now watch.
I don't consent to any searches or this is offensive. Yes, it is. It's disorderly conduct.
Do you see that? He just reached over to grab the camera. He's going to pick it up and turn it away.
How you feeling the ID? I don't have. Put your hands behind your back.
And he got reelected, you guys. That's your fault. That's our fault. You don't tell me what to do. Oh, yes, I do, motherfucker.
Get my equipment! Get my equipment! Don't tell me what to do.
Fuck you, pig!
This arrest happened a couple of months ago. Justin Pulliam spent a ton of time and effort ripping these records, this dash cam footage, and all of the probable cause affidavits. All of this information was not just willingly given up by the Royse City Police Department. Now, I wasn't really surprised that these officers would be stupid enough to arrest somebody for protected free speech on a public right.
I don't know if you guys can hear me, but it appears that my internet is down.
Get up. I have not committed a crime. I can't get up. You're hurting me. You're hurting me. Get up. I gotta leave my shit on the side of the road. Get my equipment. Get my equipment. Don't tell me what to do.
These events and this arrest happened a couple of months ago. Justin Pulliam spent a ton of time and effort.
I wonder why it's
ripping
not.
These records, this
back up.
dash
We'll
cam
see.
footage, and all of the probable cause affidavits. All of this information was not just willingly given up by the Royse City Police Department. Now, I wasn't really surprised that these officers would be stupid enough to arrest somebody for protected free speech on a public right-of-way. That wasn't all that surprising to me. But I asked Justin, how the hell did a magistrate sign off on the probable cause affidavit? Because the cops may be ignorant of this, but a magistrate knows that this is unlawful, that this was an unlawful arrest, and that this was a blatant violation of Otto's First Amendment rights. So he sent me the probable cause affidavit here, and you can go ahead and pause and read through it. I'm not going to do that right now. But if you look at the bottom, there's no signature on the magistrate. It appears that they have redacted the criminal human being who has been told that he is more than human because he is in the position of magistrate. It appears that they've redacted his name. The human being who signed this is Mark Russo. Mark Russo knew that there was no probable cause to arrest somebody for exercising free speech on a public right-of-way. Mark Russo knew that what these officers did was not just wrong, was not just illegal, was a violation, a blatant violation of Otto the Watchdog's First Amendment right to free speech and expression. He signed it anyway. A judicial complaint has already been filed, which is very similar to a officer complaint. When you complain to police about other police, they do an internal investigation. The judicial complaint was filed. Other judges, yeah, no, I'm serious. That's how it works. His colleagues, Mark Russo's colleagues, looked over it and said that and determined that Mark Russo had done nothing wrong by knowingly signing a probable cause affidavit that had no probable cause. But the events you've seen so far aren't even the worst part. The day before Otto was supposed to show
Get
up
your
in
tissues
court
out.
for these charges, he was camping nearby the courthouse with his 2 children. It's been told to me that the police were called because someone reported that they were playing with laser pointers out in the field. They showed up and pointed guns at Otto and his children, and then arrested Otto for felony child endangerment for camping without running water and electricity.
Hey, stay. I have children. Scaring my children.
Oops, sorry about that.
Hey, it's just police. I don't want to go. Okay, hey. Hey, I'm Stephanie. I'm Stephanie. Hey, honey. No, it's okay. Okay? I promise I'm not going to hurt you. I promise. I want to make sure you guys are okay. Okay? What's your name? You don't want to tell me your name? Are you okay? What's wrong? He's not going to jail. He's not going to jail. Going to jail. What's your name? He'll come off in a minute. Is your mom? Is your mom? Hi, this is Dr. Osborne. Hi, okay, so you're a mom. Okay, let me tell you right now. Somebody actually told me this, right? Saw them. They were concerned about your kids, so they called us. So we weren't sure what we were coming into. We're not sure the circumstance that makes sense. Well, here, hang on one sec. When we figure out
And on that note, I'm going to end this stream. This is what we were in court for today. And after 2 years, it is unfortunately what we are still in court for. Fuck Stephanie Osborne. Fuck Nick Dial. Fuck Keith Short. And fuck Jason Day. Are those my true thoughts and prayers? Oh no, definitely not. But if we've learned anything in the last year, it's that you can't share your thoughts and prayers. They're just going to have to wait for it. Thank you for joining us.